This episode is brought to you by our patrons. Thank you so much for being a patron. And if you're not one and you'd like to become a patron, just jump on over to patreon.com/LunchTimeTechTalk. Now, on with our show. What is up, Chad?
What is up, my guy?
You know,
it's kind of dreary out.
It is a little dreary out. We're close to Drury, and it's dreary.
Dreary?
Yeah, it's hard for me to say those words. I don't know why. Tongue's too fat. So what'd you do this weekend?
We had ourselves a nice little Saturday.
Oh, went to the Home Depot?
Yeah.
Bed Bath & Beyond?
We went to Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife is getting that. I've held her off for 3.5 years, almost 4. But she thinks we should hang stuff on our walls in our house.
You held her off that long?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my wife's like, shut up, I'm getting that stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever.
No, we decorated the entryway to our house, like, not right off the bat, but pretty quick. She, over that summer, because she's a teacher, she was off, she gave me veto power. But she basically, like, bought a whole bunch of stuff, brought it home, had it laid out in the floor in the way that she wanted it up on the wall. And I was like, yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
And then we hung it all. But we haven't done really, like, hardly anything else. And so we've recently been talking about, like, out of our kitchen, down our hallway, there's just a wall right there. Yeah. It's not a very long hallway, so the wall kind of feels in your face.
Yeah.
And I said, I just want nature there. We live in the middle of a subdivision.
So you're going to get like a giant stuffed like tiger head?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we bought. How did you know?
I mean,
that's why my kids were roaring.
You said nature and it just felt natural.
Right? No, I wanted like, because where my dad lives, he's got 400 acres. I am not accustomed to just having space, but like that's something that feels normal to me.
Yeah.
And being in a subdivision still doesn't really.
So you need that view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's not photorealistic. It's a little bit impressionisty, but like we've been talking about it for a couple of months now. We hadn't really found what we wanted yet.
Yeah.
But we found it on Saturday and we bought it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this whole conversation is you said we found it. We bought it. I don't participate in any of this stuff. My wife just goes out. I'm just like, all right, cool. I can't. Hobby Lobby is a wonderful store. So is Michael's. All these other like home stores, they're wonderful. I don't like to go in them.
Sure.
They drive me bananas.
Here's the thing.
Especially Hobby Lobby.
When Laura says she wants to do a thing, what I say is that I don't care. Go ahead. Sure. Whatever you want. But in reality, I apparently care deeply. Because if she's like, well, what do you think about this? I'm like, well, not that.
I didn't think you cared.
Right.
Well, I don't, but not that.
Right. It's not fair to her. It's really not fair to me because I don't want to care, but I do.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So when she goes to look for a thing, she'll like take 1,000 pictures and send me all these options. And I'm like, okay, down to these 3.
Yeah,
like you pick what you like. Yeah. But so anyway, so we did that on Saturday. Saturday night, we went out to dinner. My daughter didn't eat, which is not normal. She's pickier than my son, but she'll eat something. Right. And so she just wasn't having it. And I was like, I wonder if she's like, do you think she feels bad? Like, she was acting totally fine, right? And I was like, do you think she feels bad? Do you think her stomach hurts? Like, you know, we don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So we get home. They fell asleep in the car on the way home. We transferred them to their beds. An hour in, she wakes up crying. We pull up the camera. Throw up.
Yeah.
Everywhere. All over the sheets.
She wasn't feeling good.
All over her. Clearly.
Yeah.
And since she ate no dinner, everything that came up was lunch. And I was like, that was 6 hours ago. And it's just been sitting in her stomach. I felt real bad for her. She's never thrown up before.
Yeah.
But she has now.
Yeah.
And so she had a little fever.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing Saturday night. She had a little fever Sunday morning. Gave her some Motrin. She was a champ all day. No more fever. So
yeah,
she's at school today. We'll see how it goes.
See if Dad gets a phone call.
Yeah, I'm hoping. It just seems like one of those random, like, something hit her stomach funny, and then her body was just like, we're not taking that any farther. It's going to come up. We just don't know when.
Yeah.
I almost think, like, she needed to go to sleep and relax.
Yeah.
So that it could come out.
Could be.
Because she's never thrown up before. She doesn't know what that's like. What'd you do?
I went to a very long volleyball tournament again.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. 4 pools this time. 4 pools,
and it was...
Did they make the Final Four?
They did. They made it all the way to the finals, and they made it to the championship. And
nice.
They played another team, which was rated really, really high up above them, and they put in a really good fight. They got second.
Nice.
So
man, these girls.
Yeah, this team that they played is actually considered a... power team, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
And they're like rated 6th in the state or region or something. And they put up a fight.
Man.
The team that pretty much at least three, maybe 4 of the girls on the team wanted to play. They didn't get to play because the way the pools fell, the only way that they would have gotten to play them is if that team made it to the championship, and they lost the game right before the championship.
Oh.
So they wanted to play them because they were friends from school that played on Republic also.
Gotcha.
A lot of the parents didn't want this thing to happen because they were worried about the emotional stability of the
children. A bunch of 8th graders.
Yeah. I don't worry about
dominating their friends.
Yeah, I don't worry about that so much with Lexi. She's super stable, she's really rock solid. But as you know, 8th grade girls can be a little emotional.
No, that's not a thing.
So
I don't know who told you that.
Those parents are probably right, but the side of me that knows my daughter, I'm like, nah, bring it on. Let's do this.
Well, so that's just your daughter, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how the other girls on the other team react to your daughter.
Yeah. I'm not concerned about that.
Sure.
She can handle it.
Sure.
So I did that. That was fun.
That's awesome.
12 hours.
Second place. That's awesome.
Yeah. They fought hard for it. And they know they did. Lexi woke up the next morning. She's like, I am so flipping sore. And when she's sore from a volleyball tournament, it's like, they played hard.
Yeah.
But the next day, I got to play in my garage, which is like my new thing. I love doing that. Got some stuff cleaned up. Finished up some YouTube videos. I just posted one out there about how I built my wheel holder.
So everybody out there in the rest of the world should be super jealous because the last 2 videos that have dropped, I've gotten to preview. You have. Before official release.
You haven't just got to preview.
Suck on that.
No, you haven't just got to preview them. You've had
I've had creative input.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start charging you a fee.
Yeah, well, then I will quit using your services. Right. I am super cheap. There are so many things that I could pay for to make
this wheel holder.
Yeah, well, yeah, but to make my videos that much better.
Uh-huh.
But I just until I start actually getting enough subscribers and stuff that I get commercials playing on there and I get ad revenue from it.
Right.
I'm not going to spend a dime.
Right.
My money is going to go into the things that I'm actually doing, like buying the metal to make this wheel holder that's going to be practical for me.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, since we're talking about your channel, subscriber count update.
Oh my God, this is sad.
Why? Did you lose one?
So I made an intro video. I don't know. Did you watch that?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I made an intro video this weekend also because every channel is supposed to have an intro video. And I was like, I need to do this. I've got 205 subscribers. I need to do this. And so I did it. It's 1 minute long. Uh-huh. It's just got some real quick clips of videos that I've put up. Uh-huh. And then it's got 30 seconds of me talking at my workbench of hey, what my channel's about, what I'm about.
Yeah.
I posted it literally within 10 minutes. Somebody unsubscribed.
Oh. I'll bleep this guy.
I was like, wow,
he's pretty about himself.
You just like this that much. So I had to laugh. I actually was laughing, and I told my wife, I go, it was probably Terrence. Terrence probably unsubscribed. And I asked Terrence this morning. He said no. Terrence is a guy we work with.
So 205?
204.
204. But you were at 202 last week, so that's still up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I went to 205 in between the last episode and this one, and now I'm down to 204. That's okay. Sometimes you lose some, sometimes you don't.
That's +2 for the week, though.
On Seth's bike hacks, his video this week, it might have been on his Burn Peak Express, he actually said something along the lines of, yeah, this video is going to make my subscriber count go way down. He's like, here I am losing subscribers right now because he's just moving a log around.
Right.
And I was I was like, oh, even those guys lose subscribers. So it's kind of funny.
Even the moving of the log, I was interested.
Yeah, that was a good video.
It was a good video.
He makes good videos, which is...
Yeah. We need to make the thing he made in that video.
Yes, we do.
And by we, I mean...
Us.
I
think we knew that.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the weekend in a wrap.
Yeah.
Today, I have a couple topics, too. One, I want to talk about iPhone 9 rumors. Yes. Hold your thoughts. And this new chip.
My face screwed up. That's all you need to know right now.
Yeah. And the company ARM, who makes chips for computers, they have designed a new chip that's interesting. So I want to talk about that.
All right.
You want to do this?
Let's do it.
All right.
Welcome back to Lunchtime Tech Talk. I'm Chad.
No, I'm Mike.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, so let's start off with the iPhone 9 rumors. Sounds weird, right? Because we've got an 11.
Yeah, so we had 8 and 10, 10R and 10S and 10S Max and 11. 9 makes sense.
I thought that 7, 8, 9. That's why we didn't get it.
Oh.
So there's been multiple rumors of an iPhone 9 coming out.
We haven't done a dad joke in a while.
That was it.
That's it. Thank you. That was beautiful.
So there's been several rumors out there about this iPhone 9 coming out that's going to have the same chassis as the iPhone 8. The difference is that it's going to be a little bit less expensive. And it's going to have a little bit bigger screen. So it'll have a 4.7 inch screen is what the rumor is. And
with the same frame?
With the same frame, because they can just reduce the bezels. Because if you look at the 8, it does have a lot of bezels. It looks just like the 7 and the 6. So.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, and right now the 8, just the standard 8, from what I was reading, it is $449. For the cost of the phone. The 64 gig 8, which is the smaller version, not the 8 Plus.
Yeah.
It's for $449 US.
Okay.
The rumor is that it could come out at $399.
Really?
Which is way cheap for a brand new phone that will have more than likely a newer chip in it.
Right.
So it could be pretty impressive.
Nice.
It'll probably replace it'll be like the replacement for like the SE type stuff.
Right.
So, but.
Well, so yeah, I think the last time we talked about an SE type phone, they were saying that they were going to put it more on like maybe the iPhone 4 platform with the squared off edges. And
I love that.
I miss it.
I do too. I love the squared off edges. I hope that they come back with that sometime.
Maybe someday.
Someday?
Maybe.
In the future.
But God, we're all over the place.
We're not drunk.
Yet. Yeah. So that's good. I'm here for an 8 that is better.
Yeah.
With a little bit bigger screen.
I'm here.
Higher processing speed. I'm here for $400.
I'm here for more blue bubbles is what I'm here for. If you don't have an iPhone,
right,
blue bubbles, and then you have green bubbles, and then you cause problems.
Because is that some of the argument from the Android fam is that iPhone's just too expensive. We don't want it.
Yes, that's what I I have heard. I know of a couple people at work that they just don't buy iPhones because they just want an inexpensive phone. They don't care what it is.
It just needs to be less money.
They don't know the drama that happens whenever they join a group chat.
When I see green pop up, a little part of me dies. It's true. It's true. Well, I got instantly real sad when I was looking at all the specs for the Motorola Razr. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then remembered that it would have to, of course, run on Android.
I remember that. I remember you telling me that you were sad about that.
It's a bummer. It's real sad.
So yeah, that's the iPhone 9 rumors, which that'll be pretty cool. It's not a phone that I'm going to be personally interested in, but it will be nice if I have to go buy, say, a different phone for one of my daughters or something.
Sure.
That's less money out of my pocket. So the next thing, which this is really interesting, it actually falls in line with the Snore AI. What do we call them? Xnor AI that Apple purchased. It's a similar type thing. ARM is working on a chip called Edge AI.
Does ARM stand for anything?
I'm sure it does. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's magic. But they make all kinds of computer chips, but they have been working on this for the last several years, apparently. And what it'll allow them to do is it'll allow AI to run more efficiently on a device, where not having to do it in the cloud.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the big thing of reason why Apple bought Xnor AI, is because they came up with a way to run human identifying tracking on cameras, but built into the cameras. And they did this on a $20 camera.
Right.
Which is insane. Yeah. So if we get a company that actually produces multiple chips that are specifically designed for power efficiency and stuff and processing AI technology faster on device. So they basically are saying that they're going to have two different versions of this chip. One of them is going to be called the Cortex M55 and the other one's going to be called the Ethos U55. So with the Cortex M55, it basically, from what I can gather, it pairs with the Ethos U55, which is a neural processing unit. So they can use those together with the Cortex M55 for more demanding use cases. I'm not really sure what that would be, but I'm sure there's some reason that they would need to process more information. But, I mean, this sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know how this is going to pan out in the future, but it sounds pretty neat. So here's some stats for you real quick.
Hold on, real quick. Before we get into... I want to get into your stats.
Yes.
Neural processing is machine learning. Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So... Sure. That's the way I understand it.
Sure, Chad. Sure.
That's the way I understand it. So the neural processing is the part that acts like the human brain and learns a thing. Mm-hmm. And so you've got the machine learning going back and forth, and then so that's the ethos part of it. Mm-hmm. What was the other word?
Cortex.
The cortex is the thing that lives on your computer that talks to the ethos, maybe.
Yeah.
And helps it do its learning.
What they can do is they can combine the two chips to give it like a 32 times improvement in machine learning compared to if you just use like the base Cortex M55.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I guess the Cortex can run by itself, but if you put the Ethos with it, it makes the machine learning faster, and it also, they claim that it's 480 times better processing than previous generations of this Core M chip.
So it's just all around more powerful when combined.
Yeah, it sure sounds like
it's like Captain Planet. Uh-huh. By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
I don't remember that, but that's pretty good.
Someone out there will know it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that will know that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, that this whole like processing on device type thing is, to me, it feels crazy. I know that I know that we do it in our iPhones because that's kind of the big thing with iPhones is that they try to do a lot of processing on the device so your stuff doesn't have to go up to the cloud.
Right.
But
Which is great.
But then we got that Xnor AI doing stuff on a $20 camera. And then now we've got this company, ARM, saying that they've got these chips that can actually do stuff that's even more technically amazing.
Yeah.
So 2021, I think, is what they're predicting when we'll see the first, implementation of it. But I guess it could go in all kinds of devices. Maybe they could put one in your refrigerator.
Well, so they have some use cases on their website.
Oh, cool.
So they've got a social robot that is supposed to alleviate loneliness for the elderly.
Oh, why do they constantly make those? That's like the number one robot.
Because nobody wants to talk to their grandparents.
What?
At the end of the day, I mean, why are all these old people so lonely, if not for that reason?
That's so sad.
Well, and also all their friends are dead.
Oh.
I mean, sorry to down it, but that's the truth of all of it.
Hello, darkness.
Nice!
I did.
Nice!
Yeah, thanks.
They've got AI-powered sensors and some other stuff. Oh, Cordy Space Orb helps identify critical conditions in real time. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They can help 911 operators.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's some stuff out here.
There's some things that's going to be used for.
Their website is arm.com. I'm always impressed when people get the most simple website possible. Mm-hmm. Because how is that still free?
It's not.
And out there.
They probably
paid for it.
A crap ton of money for it. But they make chips. So,
right. Yeah.
And not your favorite kind.
I love chips. Every chip.
Of the potato genre.
Yep. Or corn.
Or corn?
Yeah.
Corn's good.
Corn.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for the entertaining body of our podcast.
Yeah.
Did you have anything, or do you want to do some crazy tech?
We can do some crazy tech.
Let's do some crazy tech.
So, the Oscars were on last night. I didn't catch them either.
Oh. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Must have missed that.
17 or 18 years ago, depending on how you do them. Well, I guess it was 17 years ago. In 2003, Eminem won an Oscar for Lose Yourself, the song. Uh-huh. He performed it live at the Oscars last night because he didn't show up to the 2003 Oscars. And his writing partner claimed the award on his behalf. And I don't know, I guess it was a thing that he wasn't there. But anyway, last night he sang the song. So in honor of that...
Uh-oh, here we go.
My Crazy Tech song.
Okay.
You better lose yourself in this content. The nonsense is constant. You best believe that it's so. Oh, it's time for this crazy tech. Do not miss the end of the show. This type of craziness comes once in a lifetime.
Wow. I am exhausted with words.
Well, good.
I don't know how he does that and how you do that. There's no way. I couldn't even read that fast. I could write the whole thing down and get to word 2 and be like, I'm lost.
Here, you try it. It's written down.
No.
It's right here.
No, karaoke is like a major challenge for me.
Yeah.
It's like my mind and reading, and there's a latency issue going on.
Latency.
Yes.
That's a good word for it.
Oh, 100%.
Because in theory, if you print the lyrics out and you have the song, in theory, you should be able to go right through with it.
You should, but I got
you
a
can't.
fat tongue, remember?
But I can't either. If it's the first time I've heard a song, I can't go with it.
Yeah.
Because, you don't know where the words are going to go all the time. Because they'll switch up the flow or whatever. But it's just, and you don't know where their voice is going to go.
Yeah.
Like their pitch and all that stuff. And sometimes it's just too fast. And the CPU percentage gets up to 100 and then it's just, you're done.
Yeah. It's like, it's like my mouth and tongue will not move fast enough to spit the words out before it's past the point. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
It is a struggle.
On Snapchat, sometimes with, my cousin and a couple of friends, I'll do a carpool karaoke thing on my way home from work if I'm really feeling something.
Yeah.
And especially in a rap song, something that's fast, I'll be like, yep, I nailed that. And then I'll go back and listen to it, and I'm like, nope, didn't even say words, just mumbled.
That's so awesome. It makes me feel a little bit better about myself that you can mess up some rap stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even try.
Yeah.
I get like 3 words in and I'm like, I'm just done.
You better. All right, let's go.
Let's go. So you got crazy tech?
I do.
What you got?
I saw Uber and Hyundai are planning to offer flying taxi rides by 2023.
That seems fake.
So this was also at CES.
What?
I'm still going back to CES.
Why are they trying flying cars still, Chad?
No. It's a plane.
That's a straight up plane copter.
Yeah. So there, and there, they have helicopter blades.
So they're
going to be able to take off vertically.
So hold on, let's see. There's like if you go on an airplane, there's the big wings, the main wings. There's helicopter looking like propeller blades on the far outside.
Yeah.
And then there's on the back wings. Sorry, I'm not a plane expert.
The tail?
The back baby wings.
The back baby wings.
There's helicoptery propeller looking things too.
Yeah. So they've got 4 forward propelling propellers, and they've got 4 vertical propelling propellers. And they apparently unveiled a full-size, concept of this plane at CES.
Okay. How many people does it
So it's 3 people and a pilot.
So it's not huge.
No.
Okay, because in that picture, it looks like...
Well, there's no concept of size.
I'm just basing it off of what I think. I'm picturing like one of those giant shipping ones where the front pops open and you drive a tank in it.
The whole nose opens up. Yeah. Well, because it looks like that.
It looks... It's shaped.
It's shaped big, but...
It's shaped like a big plane, but it's tiny.
So...
It's a plane with a...
They are planning... so like I said, 3 passengers and a pilot. They're willing to travel up to 60 miles at speeds of up to 180 miles per hour, slashing journey times and helping get cars off the road.
Beep, beep, pew.
Beep, beep, pew.
Is it electric? I mean, I feel like that's a legitimate question.
I can't believe that it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. It doesn't say. But it's supposed to be for super busy cities. And
that sounds like the worst place to have it.
I know, right? Where's it actually going to land? For real?
Can it land on a helicopter pad?
I don't know. But how many buildings? I know in the movies, all the buildings have a circle with an H on top of their building. But really, how many buildings have a helicopter pad? And if your building has a helicopter pad, how many people really have access to that part of the building?
That's a good question.
So, if... Mostly, C-suite executives and maintenance personnel.
Yeah.
Right? And probably that's the only people who can afford this anyway. Because I'm sure it's going to be astronomically priced, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be your average Uber ride.
Right. But, let's say, you and I had something planned, and let's also say that we live in a big enough city that it's actually going to be here. It's not. But let's say.
Don't crush my dreams.
So, let's say we had a thing planned, and we had to work, but we also have this thing, and it's a big deal because, our podcast is blown up, and we're having, this,
Lunch with Tim Cook.
Grand opening party, and we're doing it out at Two Rivers. Because why not?
Yeah.
And that's within 60 miles of right here.
They can land a helicopter there.
Sure.
Because I've seen
Because they've got space.
Yeah.
But are we going to land it on top of CU's building? Are we going to land it somewhere in the parking lot here?
Yep. We're going to paint a big H in the parking lot.
We're going to sneak up there late at night, paint an H on a roof that we can't get access to.
Yep. That won't support a helicopter.
That won't support a helicopter.
It's fine.
And we're going to fly out to Two Rivers. Because why not?
Maybe, Chad, they don't need to do that. They just have one of those little roll-up ladders that they drop down.
There you go.
For exiting and entering.
There you go. Perfect.
Well, that sounds like... I don't want to be pessimistic about this, but That's not happening.
Yeah, so they
no freaking way.
They've got schemes planned for Dallas, Las Vegas, and Melbourne, Australia.
To me, it sounds like they're just trying to grab for money.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got this idea. Give us $1 billion.
Yeah.
It does fit perfectly with the topic of crazy tech.
Yes.
So, good one.
Thanks. What's yours?
My crazy tech is more of like a crazy good deal.
Ooh.
So
the last time you told me about a crazy good deal, I got my first Amazon device.
Oh. Well, this is kind of on line with it because this comes with a dot. So, Amazon bought Ring a while back, and Ring came out with an alarm system after Amazon bought them.
Okay.
And their alarm system's kind of neat. It's basically just a basic alarm system where it's got entry sensors and smoke detectors and interacts with Alexa and all that stuff. But it used to be like $250 for their basic 5-piece set. And that was without like an Echo device.
Uh-huh.
Amazon, and I don't know if this is just like a Valentine's Day special because they're running specials this week, but you can buy their 5-piece set with an Echo Dot 3rd generation for $139.
So what's in the 5-piece set?
So you get an entry sensor, you get the base station and a motion sensor and the little siren thing.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And then the dot.
Okay.
So that it comes with all that. It might come with 2 entry sensors.
Entry sensors are the ones that like have the magnet between them. Okay.
Yep, like for a door or for a window.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's originally $250 and you can go get them for $139, which basically the dot comes free with it because if you choose the option to not include the dot, it's the same price.
Oh.
So get the dot.
So you said it used to be
$249.
$249.
Mm-hmm.
A dot is like $40 full price?
Full price right now this week they're $25.
Okay. So they're on sale anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
If you're in the market.
I would be in the market for this if I hadn't already had a Simply Safe system. I've got an older Simply Safe system. I don't have the new generation. But if I were in the market to like buy a replacement for it, Ring would be a big contender for it because for $10 a month, you get the monitoring and you get access to the app.
Oh.
With Simply Safe, you get the monitoring for $15 a month. And if you want app access, it's $25. So it's
25
a little bit
total?
25
or 25 additional?
25 total.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's cheaper than like a traditional alarm system because a lot of times those are like, a lot of those are like, I don't know, the name brand alarms that you hear around are like $40 to $60
it's like
a month.
It's like another cell phone bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is really interesting. My brother actually has a Ring and he says he likes it. He says it seems to be reliable. He hasn't ever had, and I haven't either, had to have the cops come out based off an alarm system. But the way I see these alarms is they're mainly like, yes, they will work for calling the cops, right? So get you out of trouble, get somebody from breaking in your house.
Yeah.
But usually we're not going to get a response from the police department or whatever fast enough before the person runs away.
Sure.
I look at these things as like, hey, this is something to let you know that somebody has broken in and scare the crap out of them.
And the potential for follow-up investigation. You might get a shot of their face or whatever.
Yeah.
You have proof that there really was someone there.
Yeah.
Because like if you, I don't know if this ever happens, but if you call up the cops and you say, hey, this stuff is missing, your insurance company can kind of fight with you on like, well, how do we know?
Yeah,
I mean, you have a police report and all that stuff, but like, I feel like it's just one more layer of proof that all my minks and furs really did go missing.
Yes.
And it was PETA.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously.
So
yeah, I mean,
so
$10 a month, $139 to get yourself an alarm system entry package. And then of course you can add on to this. They sell the little sensors and all kinds of different things separately. But that's a really good deal. $139 for a system that you can move from house to house if you move.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because all this is wireless, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's kind of like my crazy tech.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Isn't that the guy from South Park?
Oh no.
No.
I don't know.
There's a guy from South Park who has glasses. He's kind of an older guy.
Oh, the teacher?
Yeah. Isn't that
Man,
what he sounds
I haven't watched
like?
South Park in so long. The voice that I do is modeled off of Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, it is. Okay, yes. That's spot on. Spot on. Nice.
Yeah. Jeez, Napoleon, you're bruising my neck mean. So I had a group of friends that particular voice was very popular when we were in college.
You're bruising my neck meat. Oh my God, that movie is just so funny.
Yeah.
Well, I think that does it for this week, Chad.
I think so.
What do you think?
I think so.
You think so?
Yep.
I think so.
I know so.
Okay. Why don't you, or would you like to, tell the folks where they can find us?
You can find us on the internet at LunchTimeTechTalk.com. You can browse show notes and listen to old episodes and, I don't know, do whatever else you want. If you want, you can try to hack the page and update a bunch of stuff yourself, and we'll see how that works out.
Hey, you know what?
You can find us on Twitter.com and Instagram.
Oh.
And Facebook.com
Yeah.
at Lunchtime Tech Talk. You can find us on Twitter.com at LunchTimeTech1. You can find me not on Facebook.
Yeah, you are going strong.
I deactivated my account.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't delete it, but it is deactivated, which has been a problem so far. So, my wife and I, real quick side note, my wife and I send funny things back and forth to each other throughout the day to keep us sane. Mm-hmm. And every now and then she'll send me something on Messenger.
Not anymore.
Which is still fine. Mm-hmm. My Messenger account still works. Oh. So I can chat with people. Mm-hmm. But if it's a link to a Facebook thing, it doesn't open.
Doesn't happen.
And so she has to send me screenshots now.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. But my biggest thing about closing it is that Messenger, Facebook Messenger, is how I keep in contact with my mom and dad and my sister. Yeah. Like we have a group thing, and so holidays and birthdays and all that kind of stuff gets planned there. Yeah. Because my stepmom doesn't always have a phone. Mm-hmm. Like they'll get one, and then she'll get rid of it, and then she'll get one, and then she'll get rid of it. And so
it's kind of like you with Facebook.
Kind of like me with Facebook. I full on deleted my account right after college, and then opened it back up at some point. I don't know why, but anyway, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at MSUMAC. That's MSUMACC. Mike, where are you at?
I'm on Twitter occasionally, not all the time, at run_bike. What?
That's right.
That
was right.
That felt weird. run_bike_Mike.
Yeah, same thing you just said.
Underscores are like tongue twisters.
Yep.
But then you can find me everywhere else at RunBikeMike. But the biggest thing, just go to YouTube.
Just check out that YouTube channel.
Check out that YouTube channel. I mean, help a brother out. I lost a subscriber because of my intro video.
I don't even know what to say right now.
I guess it's ridiculous. But
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
204.
204. Who knows? I'll be at 205, maybe 210 by the time we get done with this.
Maybe.
Since my new vidya got posted.
Your new vidya.
Yeah, so go check it out.
That wheel holder is pretty cool. Thanks. So it's visually pleasing to watch you do stuff with metal. Because, like, when you grind off all the gunk, it gets all shiny and silver. That's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun to watch you welding because it's pretty colors and sparks. Yeah. It's fun to watch the grinder wheel. Watch it fly all around. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah. I mean, there's sparks. There's excitement. There's fire.
It's all those things.
What can you not?
So it sounds like I'm trying to hype your video, but really these are the things that I find interesting.
No. Please keep going.
The intro's hilarious. I love it. That little slow motion turn. Yeah. You should have inserted like a tink on your tooth.
Note for later videos.
Anyway, we digress.
Yes.
Get Mike to 205. If you're not subscribed, go out there and subscribe.
Yeah.
He's got a good channel. The videos are good content. And like, it's weird that, I don't know, I've told you this before. It's weird that I know a person that can do this stuff. I think.
Well.
So like, the podcast wouldn't get uploaded if it weren't for Mike. because I don't know how it works.
I can tell you this much. The show notes wouldn't get done or the posting wouldn't get done if it wasn't for you.
We each have our own special talents and gifts, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, if it were up to me, we would have 51 episodes of recorded stuff just sitting on my iPhone, not doing anything.
Well, you know what? I think it's fun. I like doing the podcast and I like doing my YouTubes. And so if you guys enjoy it, maybe you'll enjoy both.
Yeah. So go subscribe.
Yeah, to both.
And while you're on the internet, hop over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and a review.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
All right.
Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.